The purpose of this presentation is to provide a brief introduction to the ChemSmart application. What is ChemSmart? ChemSmart is a chemical inventory management system for smartphones and tablets which is easy to use, functionally robust, and cost-effective. It provides capabilities which assist your organization towards managing and tracking chemical inventory, overseeing and enforcing best practices and complying with federal, state and local regulations. It is available in 2 different versions including the free personal edition running on individual standalone Android devices and the soon-to-be-released Enterprise Edition which runs on Android devices, and utilizes a centralized database for larger-scale multi-user inventory management environments. In order to use the ChemSmart application you must first log in to utilize the range of operations and capabilities available from the main menu. There are 3 mechanisms for secure login provided by the ChemSmart application. The first involves entry of a username and password using the device keyboard. The second involves utilizing the device camera, and the third employs the use of a Bluetooth-connected barcode scanner. Simple access to application functionality is provided via the drop-down main menu. Access to administrator capabilities requires the administrator role. ChemSmart provides functionality to search and find specific containers within the ChemSmart container inventory. To access this feature, begin by touching the Select a Function drop-down menu. From the drop-down that appears, select the Search Find menu command. Set desired search criteria within the Find Containers dialog. For example, container status in use is selected. A particular substance can be specified by touching the Set Substance button, and then finding and selecting a desired substance. Once all search criteria are specified, touch the OK button. Containers matching the specified search criteria are returned to the container list. There are 6 key ChemSmart components supporting container actions and inventory management: pre-printed container barcode labels, barcode command worksheets, a Bluetooth-connected barcode scanner, and/or the integrated Zing barcode scanner application, the Container Actions interface, and the Container Actions menu. Creating a new container inventory entry for each barcoded physical container is the first step in tracking each container throughout its usage life cycle. To create a new container inventory entry, begin by selecting Container Actions from the Select a Function menu. Select the Substances tab from within the Container Actions interface. Within the Substances interface, find and select the desired substance. You may also create a new substance entry, if needed. Once a substance is selected, navigate to the Containers tab. Select the New button within the Containers tab. Enter the required container information within the New Containers dialog which appears. Then select the Barcode Scans Radio button. With the Barcode Scans interface displayed, scan one or more pre-printed barcode labels. Once all barcode labels are scanned, select the Create button. Container records are then created in the ChemSmart database and displayed in the containers list. The touch interface of the Container Actions subsystem consists of 3 primary features. The first is the checkbox column which allows the selection of container records against which inventory actions are performed. The second is the Container Action menu which is displayed by long touching the list of containers. The Container Action menu is divided into 2 categories. Those which consist of the most common actions which are available both in the touch interface and through the use of a barcode scanner in conjunction with a barcode command worksheet, and those available from the touch interface only. The third primary feature employs the use of action icons which clearly denote the action to be applied to specific containers, including check-in, check-out, dispose and dispose empty. Editing container information for existing container records involves selecting the container record to be edited by checking the appropriate checkbox. Long pressing the containers list to display the container actions menu. Selecting the edit entry command from the menu which appears. And then changing one or more pieces of container information in the edit containers dialog. Viewing a material safety data sheet for the substance within a specific container is accomplished by first checking the container entry for the desired material safety data sheet and then long pressing the container list, then selecting Get MSDS from the menu which appears. And finally, viewing the material safety data sheet in the Adobe Acrobat Reader application installed on the device. ChemSmart maintains an audit trail of all container actions which can be viewed by first checking the list entry for the container that history information is needed, followed by long pressing the container list to display the container actions menu. And then, selecting Show Container History from the menu which appears. Container history for the selected container can then be viewed in the displayed dialog. In addition to the search function, finding a specified material across all inventory locations can be accomplished by first checking the list entry for the container which contains the desired additional inventoried material, followed by long pressing the container list to display the container actions menu, and then selecting Show Containers of Same Material from the menu which appears. Additional inventoried containers of the selected material can then be viewed in the displayed dialog. Note that these additional inventoried containers can be marked as transferred to the current location if appropriate. Chemical structures can be displayed in a larger view dialog, which is particularly useful on smaller devices and can be achieved by first checking a single container list entry, followed by long pressing the container list to display the container actions menu, and then selecting Show Big Structure from the menu which appears. The chemical structure for the material in the selected container is displayed. The structure image is magnified for better viewing on smaller devices. The More menu within the Container Actions interface provides a single point of access to a set of functionality which supports overall management of container inventory. To access this functionality, select the More button, which results in the display of a pop-up menu. Selecting the Scan with Camera menu command activates the camera barcode scanning application that can be used to scan container or command barcodes when a dedicated Bluetooth barcode scanner is not available. The Find Containers dialog shown previously is available directly from within the Container Actions interface by selecting the Find Containers menu command, which displays the Find Containers dialog used to find specific containers. By selecting the Location menu command, the current location can be set or changed by selecting the Change or Set Location submenu command, which displays the Change Current Inventory Location dialog. Container inventory for the currently selected location can be loaded by selecting the Get Inventory Location submenu command. To load inventory records assigned to that location, by selecting the Action for All Listed Containers menu command. A single inventory action can be applied to all listed container records. Selecting the default Container Action menu command allows the selection of the inventory action to be applied to subsequent container barcode scans. The Create Scanner Worksheet command can be selected. in order to create a barcode scanner worksheet that is ready for printing. Inventory true-up or reconciliation is supported by a key set of functionality within the ChemSmart application, which serves to support compliance with best practices for inventory management. To begin an inventory true-up of a specific physical inventory location, select Inventory True-up from the main menu. The Inventory True-up interface appears. Select the Start button to begin the true-up. Select the Yes button in the Confirm True-up Start dialog. Inventory information for the selected location is loaded into the true-up interface. The inventory true-up places containers which are scanned during this process into one of 3 buckets or categories. This starts with a list and count of all containers last known by the system to be in the currently selected inventory location. As container barcode labels are scanned, those that match current system-known inventory are moved to the found list. Those scanned barcode labels that do not match their current system-known inventory location are moved to the not found list. When all container barcode labels found in physical inventory have been scanned, the Done button is selected to signal that the true-up operation is complete. An inventory true-up report is available for monitoring compliance to established best practices for inventory management. The Regulated Substances Site Summary Report is a key example of the built-in reports provided within the ChemSmart application. To access this report, select the Reports menu command from the main application menu. Within the Report Parameters tab, which displays, select the Regulated Substances Site Summary entry from the Select a Report drop-down list. As an example of the type of report filtering options that are available, select the EHS Setting button. From the Get EHS Settings dialog that appears, select a regulation from the list of regulations available and then click the OK button. Click the Report View tab and allow the report to be generated. The report is displayed in an easy-to-view format, including a scrollable detail section. To export the report, select the Export button within the Report View tab. The exported report is shown within a free Excel-compatible application installed on the device. The ChemSmart application is managed through a comprehensive set of functionality available to users assigned the administrator role. To access the administrator interface, select the Administrator menu command from the main application menu. The administrator interface consists of multiple tabs, with each tab dedicated to a specific set of application management tasks. Tab-based interfaces are focused on the management of people or user accounts. Inventory locations, which are identified by unique combinations of site, building, floor and room, as well as sublocations within individual rooms. Substance definitions, which optionally include chemical structures, containers, vendors, environmental, health, and safety settings, and material safety data sheets. The Manage People tab within the Administrator interface provides an easy-to-use mechanism for adding and modifying user accounts used within the ChemSmart application. Once created, a user account can be inactivated as required. Each account requires a username which must be unique within a given application database instance. All passwords are stored in an encrypted format. Users are assigned the user role by default. Only users assigned the admin role are allowed access to the administrator interface. Each user account can be assigned an inventory location which is designated or pre-selected as the default inventory location for that user when performing container actions with the Container Actions interface. The Manage Locations tab within the Administrator interface provides a simple user interface for adding and modifying inventory locations used within the ChemSmart application. Each inventory location is identified by a unique combination of site, building, floor and room. Each room defined as an inventory location can in turn contain inventory sublocations that are nested to 3 levels. A simple user interface is provided within the Manage Substances tab of the Administrator subsystem for adding and modifying substance entries used throughout the ChemSmart application in support of inventory management and tracking. Existing definitions for particular substances can be located using the Find function to search for substance entries using either exact or partial name matching. Attributes of a particular substance defined in the ChemSmart database are displayed by selecting a specific entry from the list of substances returned upon search completion. The defined physical state of a selected substance can be viewed and then modified as appropriate. CAS and MFCD numbers as well as chemical formula for a selected substance can be added if not present or, if already present, can be viewed and modified. The chemical structure can be set and viewed for a selected substance. New chemical structure images can be added as needed. New substances can easily be added as needed and existing substance entries can be modified as well. The Manage Container tab within the Administrator interface provides a mechanism directly to an application administrator to perform a wide array of container management tasks. Container management functionality within the Administrator subsystem is identical in all capabilities with that seen in the Container Actions interface and provided here for convenience within the context of application administration. A simple interface is provided for administrators to manage vendor records which are used to associate materials within containers with a particular substance vendor. This functionality is contained within the Vendor tab within the Administrator interface. This interface provides a mechanism for either selecting an existing vendor record to modify or entering information for a new vendor. Existing vendors selected from a simple drop-down list are displayed for viewing and/or modification. Changes to an existing vendor or a new vendor entry can then be saved to the ChemSmart database. An existing vendor entry can be deleted if it is not assigned to any existing container records. A key set of functionality within the Administrator subsystem provides the capability to manage environmental, health and safety settings, which is a core component supporting the management of chemical container inventory. This is supported within the EHS tab. Environmental, health and safety settings are assigned to and associated with substances defined within the ChemSmart database. This process begins by selecting the Select a Substance button from within the EHS Management tab. The next step is to find and select a substance from within the Select a Substance dialog which appears. Once a substance is selected, regulations and hazards can be assigned to that substance. Regulations can be added and edited by selecting the Regulations button within the EHS Management tab. New regulations can be added and existing regulations edited within the Manage Regulations dialog. An existing regulation entry can be deleted if it is not assigned to any existing substance records. The ChemSmart application provides several device-level settings. To access device-level settings, select the Settings menu command from the main application menu. Device-level settings include those available in all editions of the application, as well as settings available only in the Enterprise Edition. The application is installed with both production and demonstration databases. To help troubleshoot any issues observed during the use of the application, an application log file can be exported to assist ChemSmart customer support.